From the PEP Radio Newsroom, this is the Hourly News Blast. LGBTQ Nation is reporting nearly 200 congressional Democrats have filed an amicus brief asking the United States Supreme Court to maintain state bans and restrictions on conversion therapy for minors currently in place in 27 states, Washington, D.C., and Puerto Rico. A Tuesday press release announcing the amicus brief notes that 167 House members and 20 senators signed the court brief. The brief notes that the court will soon hear a challenge to Colorado's conversion therapy ban from Kaylee Childs, a Christian licensed professional counselor who says that the state's conversion therapy ban prohibits her from advising clients with unwanted, quote, same-sex attractions or gender identity confusion, end quote, who prioritize their faith above their feelings. The press release notes that Childs filed a pre-enforcement challenge against the state's ban. That is, she hasn't been prosecuted under the law yet. However, her case has nonetheless been championed by Alliance Defending Freedom, the anti-LGBTQ Christian nationalist Nazi law firm that has successfully gotten the court to overturn abortion rights, contraceptive rights, and other pro-LGBTQ plus policies in the name of religious freedom, whatever the hell that means. The amicus brief says that Childs has misrepresented Colorado's ban as an attack on her free speech, when the case is actually about maintaining the long and legally supported history of allowing states to establish and enforce clear professional standards when licensing therapeutic care counselors. While speech is a part of counseling, the brief states, the court has long recognized the difference between a person's protected speech and regulated professional conduct that happens to involve speech. The Colorado law merely follows professional standards of care, seeing as conversion therapy has been denounced by all major medical associations, including the American Medical Association, American Psychological Association, American Psychiatric Association, and the American Academy of Child and Adolescent Psychiatry, among many others. You know who did support it? The Nazis. That's who. These laws are aimed at halting the range of discredited practices that have long been known to cause significant and lasting psychological harm to patients, including those purported to force patients to change their sexual orientation or gender identity. The brief states, these practices are not only harmful, providing them as a violative of medical ethics. Licensed practitioners should not be performing them. Again, because of the Nazis, because of electroshock therapy, because of the crap they do that is pseudoscientific and has no basis, not only in science, not only in psychiatry, psychology, or medicine, it has no basis at all in humanity. The public must be able to trust that when they seek treatment, their health professional will provide competent services, emphasis on the word competent, in accordance with modern standards of medicine. The brief adds, patients should have that confidence whether the service is rendered with a scalpel or through speech. Talk therapy sessions are not immunized from state regulation merely because the healthcare is provided by way of language. The brief also points out that both Congress and the states have long legislated against unfair or deceptive trade practices. That's called fraud. Since conversion therapists are nothing but fraudsters, they claim that someone can heal or recover from their unwanted same-sex attraction. Bullshit. Through prayer, aversion therapy, or other discredited and pseudoscientific methods, like I just got done saying. Claims which have been repeatedly disproven, debunked, and disavowed by medical and psychological association. Conversion therapists are essentially junk science and junk scientists conducting illegal false advertising. In seeking that care, patients should be confident that their healthcare providers are not working to change them to fit the provider's own religious bullshit. The brief beliefs. The brief continues. That was in quotes. The Colorado law does not prohibit a religious advisor from offering methods advocated by petitioner in a non-medical setting. In other words, you want to show up at somebody's church on a Sunday and pray the gay away? By all means, have at it. Do it in your office on Monday morning, you ought to lose your license. The letters and brief signatories include numerous out Democratic Congress members such as Senator Tammy Baldwin, Representative Becca Balint, Representative Angie Craig, Sharice Davids, Robert Garcia, Sarah McBride, Mark Pocan, Mark Takano, Richie Torres, and others alongside numerous pro-LGBTQ plus Democratic legislators as well. More than 20 states across our nation have already taken action to protect young LGBTQIA plus people from the very real harms of so-called conversion therapy. Representative Takano, chair of the Congressional Equality Caucus and lead sponsor of the Equality Act, wrote in a statement, "The Supreme Court must uphold these states' laws and allow them to continue protecting young LGBTQI plus people from harmful and cruel practices that are opposed by every major medical association," Takano added. And on top of that, there's already precedent for this. New Jersey and California have already fought this at the Supreme Court. Why is this still dragging on? Well, since I don't have the answer to that, I guess that's the news blast at this hour. If you're watching our news video content on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Coming September 1st, PEP Radio is changing our entire daily programming schedule. Details coming soon to our social media pages. And up next, we have the Meadville area weather forecast right here on PEP Radio.